It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Pats and the Dolphins, and it's all up next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
And no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. And it's incomplete. When you look at this Patriots defense, they were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Bringing them out is a guy who has spent a decade as a starter in this league, the 2019 Comeback Player of the Year, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Tannehill. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Patriots sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on
under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return is Peterson. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Tua going to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Tua. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. That is caught by Thielen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Tua now on first down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Here we go now on first and goal, as they've got it as we resume action. Tua to throw again. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. And why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason number 1.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it. That's what you want from the big-time player on the defensive side of the ball.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Joseph's got it. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's Pacheco on the read option. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Tannehill. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Tannehill. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Tannehill.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now it's Tannehill. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Tannehill throwing again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 50, it's Tannehill.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Here's Tannehill. Seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start with the battle for the Meadowlands. The New York Giants as the home team taking on the Jets Jets. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Daniel Jones, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Josh Downs, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Josh Allen leading the way again as his guys run their mark to 8-1. If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring.
a 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun, and he'll be taken down at about the 45. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Tua going to keep it on the draw.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. New England trying to get to place on offense.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the 4th down on as the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Tua.
That's caught. Allen Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Miami. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Tua going to throw.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Tannehill on 3rd down. And he is caught. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant...
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tannehill.
He's got Ayuk once again.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here caught by Mims. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3.
Now Tannehill.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. To the air again, Tannehill. Touchdown, Patriots! Brandon Ayuk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Berrios now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Miami set to take over. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Here's Tua. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds is incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So the Patriots now down by a field goal. A minute 46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Now Tannehill.
And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a hole. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line.
Here's Tannehill.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Tannehill to throw.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Throwing Tannehill.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Now Tannehill. He's got it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's inside the 20, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This is 1st and 10.
Now it's Tannehill.
Able to find Jones.
And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. Tannehill.
Well, throw here right sideline falls incomplete. One last throw here for Tannehill. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Miami,
They level their mark at 4-4.